Libra, welcome to Gracie's Gamut. Today I'll be doing a money reading for you. Remember that this is a general reading, not a personal read, so take what's for you and leave the rest for however it may be meant for, but stick around long enough to know the difference. Also, it is timeless. Take the reading from the energy from the reading from the time you see it to a few weeks out. We're going to pull a Wisdom of the Oracle here to start you off. Individual. I don't know. I feel the word individual. Doing something on your own, possibly, or ending up doing something on your own that you weren't supposed to, possibly here. It feels like independence. Maybe you want to do something on your own, being independent with it. Okay. Apparently, I'm going to have to pull it myself. We have Y in the reverse, so that's a protection message. I feel like this one as well. We have happy, happy here. Okay. Y and happy, happy. It feels like something ending up, a situation that you thought wasn't going to turn out well does. There may be something that didn't, or it's the situation itself, a failure of a situation that fails, right? But you end up on top anyway. That's what it feels like. You end up, and she's sitting like on a nest egg, right? She's sitting on an egg. With a smiling face in it. She's excited. There's rainbows and starlight all around her. Dreams coming true, possibly. But it starts here with questioning, maybe questioning your motives or questioning whether something is going to work as well. All right, let's read from the book to see a more clear view of this. We have the number 31. Why? Essential meanings, motives, driving intention, the power of knowing the why. Your protection message. Sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns with an intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, but about making yourself feel better because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you. Or you may want to reunite with a partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong, but deep down what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Now is the time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you ever closer to the happiness that you seek. And we have the number 26 here. Happy, happy. Essential meanings, joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. The Oracle's message, your desires are effortlessly fulfilled now. Find joy in the present moment, whatever is happening, and be satisfied with things as they are. You're free from the shackles of longing and able to experience the liberation that comes from an actually being happy moment to moment, for you have chosen happiness over yearning for it. Your prosperity message. This is a time to take pride in your accomplishments. You're doing good work, providing exceptional service, and are well compensated for it. The world rains gratitude upon you, and you're happy with the results of your efforts and creativity. Isn't it amazing to consider all that you have done? Remember your partnership with Spirit in this moment. 2. Your soul has always known you could accomplish anything if it brought you joy. Getting back to basics, making, getting to the core of what makes you happy in a situation. This may be about, something may have happened and it talks of underlying reasons why. You might not understand it. This could be a relationship ending, which when you find out later on that, I got more money now. What was I thinking? They were taking way too much advantage of me. I was paying way too many of the bills, and now I rid myself of this situation, this roommate, this person, or maybe a house or apartment that was just way too expensive for you because it looked good and it was shiny to begin with, right? but now you're realizing, wow, I could have lived so much better. I sat up there struggling with this. I at first it seems terrible that you lose it, but you may have been asking, setting intentions with yourself and with the universe that you wanted something better. You wanted more money to spend. How do I get more money to spend? You get evicted. You just can't take it anymore. So you break your lease, whatever the case, leave the situation. You feel bad about it at the time. Like, why can't I just be able to have the money to afford to live nice like this? Now you get a new cute little apartment, you get a new little, I feel like, townhouse for somebody, and you have way more money to spend. It's cheaper, maybe everything included. That kind of, that's how this feels. Like, ended up a situation that doesn't work out, you think is a bad thing at the time, but turns into something that was the best thing for you. Okay? Great. All right. Let's get into the body of your read here, Libra. You have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, which in the upright, I feel it's about struggling. It's checks and balances, going back and forth, robbing from Peter to pay Paul. This is in the reverse. I feel like this is a time coming up here, whether everybody's in a different piece of this, so you might not be able to see it yet, and in the upcoming weeks it becomes clear what's being said here, because you're like, oh, I don't sound like me, blah, blah, blah. Well, I feel like this result, this happy, is not being in that mode anymore where you're stressing about how you're going to pay things. Things coming through here. Letting go of something. It feels like letting go of something that was just too expensive for you anyway at this time. Not saying you won't ever be able to afford something like that, or maybe the whole reasoning is what's the point in having a beautiful place or a beautiful, if you're at work all the time and never get to enjoy it, right? You have the Ace of Wands. This is growth coming in here. Something may be getting taken away. You think it's miserable. You think it's, or you did think it was a miserable thing. Why can't I have this, that, or the third? Why can't I afford it? It's really a growing, you understand now, beginning to understand that this was a gift. This was a learning experience, that you don't have to have expensive things around you in order to be happy. You don't have to have the most expensive house, the most expensive car. You don't need all of that. You're going to kill yourself working to keep it, right? Instead of enjoying life. Know that when this happens, if it hasn't happened to you yet, something is going to be taken away. Whether it be a car that you're paying on that's too expensive for you, a home. It just feels like something that has to go, because it's what's actually, you can't see it at this time, but it's what is actually bringing you down and causing you to be in lack. What else do we have for Libra at this time? What else do they need to know? Ooh, a Tower in the reverse. So this has happened to you in the past. I feel like you may have lost everything in the past for whatever reason. I don't feel like it was the same reason necessarily, but you went overboard with spending money on something, the flashiness of something. You had to have it. This may have been something, I feel like something back. It's like a remember moment. It's in the reverse. It's like, I feel like this may have happened in the past as well. You're not going to connect the dots. It feels like you're not connecting the dots with that it's happened again. You didn't learn the first time, so the universe brought back this this same issue again. It's in a different way. It's a bigger, because you're older, right? This could have been something where as simple as you had some money from allowance when you were a child, and maybe you had, say you had accumulated $50, right? And then you said, okay, I'm going to buy all these baseball cards, or I'm going to buy whatever it is you buy. You're like, oh, I'm going to have the best sneakers, say, or I'm going to have the best, Back in the day, that would have been enough for the good sneakers, right? Not anymore. But it feels like you were going to have you use that money to buy something that you thought was going to make the difference in the way people looked at you, or how you felt. And the reality of it was you could have had 3 or 4 of those with that money, right? That's what it feels like here. And that was a learning experience. That was supposed to be a learning experience. And I don't think that, I feel like this is the same thing coming back in a different, more expensive way. If you had experiences like that in the past where you're like, you know, but you see, the key thing is here that you regretted it then. You regretted whatever it was you spent that money on, and you could have done something else, right? That was supposed to be a piece of growth so that in the future you wouldn't do it again. And here it is, you're doing it again. All right. What else do we have here for Libra at this time? What else do they need to know? 7 of Pentacles. It's in the reverse. Okay. I feel like if you wouldn't have, this doesn't necessarily have to be child's play, right? Whatever this first experience of growth that you were supposed to have learned that you didn't. This could have been when you were maybe setting out to, being a teenager, buying a new car, or it wouldn't be a new one, right? Going overboard with it then, and the same thing happens later on with a house or a person in your life, trying to get that person, and you're not realizing it doesn't make you happy, right? Somebody that you felt had more class and had things and all that, and it just wasn't this. It didn't turn out the same. This feels like in the past, like in putting money, something you thought you were investing into, trying to hold on to it and wait for some growth, and realizing that it wasn't worth it. I'm also feeling, though, suddenly, while I'm saying that, on the other spectrum of this, I almost feel like this is past tense. Something you may have put some money into has developed into something bigger, or will. I almost feel like there's a trust fund for somebody somewhere. A trust fund or some kind of a bank account for savings that was, you couldn't touch it. You can't touch it until a certain age, or you, I feel like for someone there, it may be something you don't know about, but it may be something that you had whim of when you were younger. And this is what the why. You don't understand why you couldn't have any of the money when you were down and out, you were flat broke, and you needed that. And maybe a parent or whoever's in charge of that, you being able to have any of that money, would not give it to you. There was a reason why. You couldn't understand it then. But now that you're a little older, there is something that was invested in you. You will be able to take control of it here. It's going to be when you need it most. And it's going to be something you didn't understand why you couldn't have it then, type of thing, right? There may have been an age limitation on it and when you could have it. There could be how many years it was invested. Okay. And then it comes about, and you're able to access this this funding or this money. Wow. Okay. What else for Libra at this time? We have the moon in the reverse. Something being revealed. Something becoming more clear, more evident. This really is tying in with this. You didn't understand why something was the way it was in the past, but it turns out that it's more financially uplifting and in the future to make you happy. You have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck, overshadowing the read. This is you. The reason there's a stipulation on you getting something, whether it be the universe keeping it from you or not, maybe because you wouldn't have used it properly in the past. You wouldn't have known what to do with it in the past. You had to learn some lessons to get there. But I feel like definitely you learned these lessons and now you know. And happiness comes in after. All right, we're going to pull some cards for clarity on this. And maybe anything else that wants to come up at this time. What else does Libra need to know? We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Yep, I'm going to put this right here because I feel like this is just re-saying, you know, this happened in the past. This Ace of Wands, they're retelling that for some of you, this definitely was a past experience that you went through. You didn't learn anything, so they had to bring it back in. Because you didn't learn it on your own. We have the King of Swords in the reverse. Someone may have kept, this feels like this could have been another air sign that had control of this money or knew something about some money. I do feel like they didn't say anything. They may not have told you something about this, or you may not have known about it at all, and they invested some money with you in mind of being able to get it later. I'm gonna put it right here because it feels like that's what there's something invested in you. It's revealed, becomes revealed but they kept it to themselves for some time before you were being told, or before you are told here coming up. You may not know about it yet. Some of you may know about it because you've come to that point already. Everybody's in a different space with that. Okay. Quite a few cards here coming out together. We have the Emperor in the reverse. We have the Lovers. We have the Eight of Cups. We have a Tower in the reverse again. And we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, let me take a look at this. Emperor in the reverse. I feel like someone may have asked why did they have to be like that? I mean, I was capable in the past to deal with financial successes. Well, this is saying otherwise. A lot of people are more confident in their self than they really should be. I feel like this may have been the past you, right? You really would not have spent it properly, or you wouldn't have invested it. You wouldn't have done what you can do now, or what you can think of doing now. You have the Lovers, which is contracts here. I feel like there may have been a contract that would have been broken. I feel like you know what else? I'm kind of feeling like you weren't old enough, or you weren't mature enough to sign these contracts on this. That's why somebody else did it. Eight of Cups. This is walking away from things that no longer serve you. I feel like you were mad at somebody about withholding something, or you will be when you find out they withheld. You went through some hard times and they didn't tell you you had this money, right? I feel like you need to leave that alone. You need to understand why they didn't tell you, or the fact is you didn't they knew that you would keep hounding them about trying to get this money, and that it wasn't available until you hit that age, or until a certain thing happened. You have the Tower in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse here as well. I feel like this could possibly, you might have left someone or left a situation. It caused this tower, right? This whole, it may have been not so much causing the tower, but this tower fell. Not staying in touch with someone. This may be, I don't see the Death card here, but this could be someone who left you money as well, in a will possibly, that you didn't know about, and it comes about. They never told you that they put you as the beneficiary on some money or something to that effect. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like when it comes about, that's why I'm almost thinking an inheritance of some sort. Somebody passing. I feel like in the past you left and you walked away from them, right? A falling out of some sort. But I feel like not being able to see that it's a good thing with it in the reverse. This Ace of Pentacles is bearing gifts, right? It's a gift from the universe, and it's monetary value with the pentacle here to me. Something that brings stability into your life. It's not going to feel like it. I mean, the stability part, yes. But at first, whatever this is hurts you. I feel like whatever this is makes you feel regret. So it doesn't seem like as much of a gift at the time. But it will be, because you have happy, happy here. So whatever it is, just know that if someone... someone you haven't, a family member, most likely, that you haven't talked to in some time, or that you didn't, if they passed away, or it just feels like definitely something, some money somewhere, some kind of way that was you're unaware of. You know, you might want to check into, which I do that often, just to check. You never know, and put everybody's names through it, through lost money and things like that, because there may be something sitting in there for somebody that you weren't aware of either. All right, I'm going to pull a Queen of the Moon Oracle. I will not read from the book on this, but this is to close the read. Remember that I do feel like whatever it was, there's a lot of past tense going on here. Things you might have done or said in the past, not understanding why things happened the way they did. And it turns out very lucrative. You got the Emperor and the Happy Happy sitting here. And it's something being revealed. All right, let's pull the Queen of the Moon Oracle to close the read. I'll just tell you, there's a few of them. I'll just tell you what it is that I'm feeling from this. You have 3 cards. You have boundaries. You have boundaries. You have beauty. And you have fruition. Wow. Okay. This feels as though from this point on, you think things differently. This boundaries also may be you putting up a wall from someone. This is the person that ends up doing this for you, that ends up giving you the beneficiary title, or put this money up for you and didn't tell you. Someone that you may have, you're gonna like, why did I treat them like that, you know, with this why as well, something from the past with it in the reverse. I do feel like this is definitely a situation where you were unaware of something good that was happening, or that they did for you, and you put up walls. It feels sometimes it's good to put up walls if you think that someone is, to keep, this may be boundaries for yourself as well. Someone putting up a boundary to keep you from failing, by not letting you touch something, some money or some an asset of some sort. You have beauty. There's a beauty in the whole thing. I feel like there's a understanding sorry about that. My hair is pulling, so I take my clip out. It's a beautiful thing. Whatever it is, it's going to feel sad, I feel. There's going to be some regretting and some feeling bad that you treated somebody a certain way, or that you did things a certain way. But I do feel like it becomes beautiful. You got happy, happy, you've got beautiful, you've got the Emperor here. I feel like it's all key things in success here for you. And then you have fruition. I mean, and it's number 37 reduces to a 10. That is definitely things coming about after attempts at happiness and wealth building, and something just ended up coming easier and getting everything you ever needed or wanted here with this fruition. Things coming about, All right, Libra, that's it for this read. Please like, share, subscribe. Join my community here if you want to. Have a great week. I'll see you next video.